Hi everyone, welcome to Foodable Smart Kitchen and Bar. My name is Nathi Toro and I'm your plant-based chef. I'm bringing you guys a plant-based cooking demo series in which we're gonna learn how to make appetizers, entrees, and desserts. Our first recipe is gonna be more of an appetizer. You can make it into an entree. It's gonna be our Endive boats made with raw cacao mole. And our second recipe is gonna be our creamy cashew kimchi kelp noodles. Come on board and enjoy. First, we're gonna make our cacao mole endive boats. Our ingredient list is gonna be raw sunflower seeds. We're gonna use Himalayan salt. We're gonna use a neutral oil such as sunflower or grapeseed oil. We're gonna add tamari, which you can do also with soy sauce. And we're gonna add maple syrup, a pinch of sea salt, Himalayan salt. Go ahead and get them started. The idea is to add the grapeseed oil as soon as the sunflower seeds are becoming a butter. I'm gonna add a little bit of tamari. We're gonna leave it in for a couple minutes. Anything above 115 degrees is not considered raw. So we try to keep all of our food below 115, so that way we keep all of the nutrients and all the vitamins and minerals that the food provides. So now we're gonna go ahead and add our cacao powder and we're gonna go ahead and blend. Perfect. So now we have a cacao sunflower butter. Now we're gonna go ahead and start our vegetable sauce. So for that, I had previously soaked 1 chipotle pepper, 4 sun-dried tomatoes, raisins. I previously also made a little bit of carrot juice, so I basically just blended 1 carrot with about half a cup of water, 1 shallot, 1 tomato, and 1 clove of garlic. And the raisins is what's gonna give it a little bit of the sweet flavor, same with the carrot juice. As many of you know, cacao has a lot of benefits, some of which include being literally the #1 antioxidant. Now we're gonna do our shallot. It's gonna be just roughly chopped. Our garlic, you can just toss the whole thing. Our tomato, roughly chopped. For this one, you can actually leave the seeds. And we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. So now we're gonna go ahead and blend. So it becomes somewhat of a paste, but we want a sauce. So obviously right now we need a little bit more water. So I'm gonna go ahead and add about half a cup of our soaking water. So now we're gonna go ahead and add some of our cacao butter. A little bit of cardamom, which is our secret ingredient for mole sauce. And a little bit of chili powder. Adding a little bit of pepper. And we're gonna add cumin. And we're blending again. And there you have it, cacao mole sauce. I'm gonna show you guys now how to make coconut cashew sour cream. Garbanzo miso, it's made out of garbanzo beans instead of soy beans. And this brand I really like a lot. They use really just rice, garbanzo beans, vinegar, and salt. So if you're looking for a soy-free alternative, this is the one to do. So we're gonna go ahead and add 1 tablespoon apple cider vinegar, our coconut meat, in there, and our cashews. So for a lot of raw and vegan plant-based recipes, we use cashews a lot. They're very mild in flavor, they're very creamy, and they adapt to pretty much anything you wanna make. And we're gonna add our lemon juice, about 1/4 cup of water, and we're gonna go ahead and blend. This is the consistency we want. We want something deliciously creamy. If you want it a little bit thinner, you can add more water, or you can add, like I said, a little bit more of lemon juice. A quick note, it was a quick pickle on our jicama. So we added a little bit of apple cider vinegar, paprika. You can use smoked paprika or any condiment that you like. Jalapeno, and we're letting it rest. We did the salsa fresca previously, and it's just literally tomato, cilantro, lime, and red onion. Our guacamole is avocado, cilantro, and lime juice, a little bit of salt. We have our cacao mole, which we made just now, and our tart. Now, we have our cabbage slaw, which I'm gonna go ahead and mix a little bit of the actual sour cream in it. I will marinate them with simple tamari. So our final thing to do is just actually do the plating. So we're using endives. I'm gonna get rid of a little bit of the top and the bottom. You wanna make sure you get the bigger ones, not the tiny ones. So this ones you can use for salad or something else. Got our beautiful black dish, and we're gonna make a splash out of this. And we're gonna add a little bit of the cacao moly. So then I like to add my cacao mole at the bottom. Then we're gonna go ahead and get our jicama in there. Next up, coleslaw. And it's all about playing with the colors too. Now we're gonna add a little bit of the red on top. Now our guacamole. Now we're gonna add beautiful flowers. Just adds a beautiful touch to a dish. Cilantro. So there you have it, our Endive cacao mole boats. So you can utilize it as an appetizer. It's a very dense and robust recipe. You can use it as an entree. And now I'm going to show you how to make our creamy cashew kimchi kelp noodles. So kimchi is fermented foods, and we're gonna make it today with cabbage. And I'm gonna grab a little bit of our red cabbage and a little bit of our green. Just gonna break it up a little bit. When we're doing fermented foods, especially kimchi, is an anaerobic fermentation, meaning there's no oxygen, so the lactobacillus can actually grow into our cabbage. And I've already started breaking up the cell wall of our cabbage, as you can see, is completely different. The idea with this is that when you're breaking up the cell wall is that you get all the juice and the brine. That's actually our liquid for the kimchi. So now we're gonna make our seasoning paste. For that, we need our blender, and we're gonna add 3 garlic cloves, about 4 inches, 5 inches of ginger, our green scallions. Then we're adding our chili pepper and a whole pepper. We're gonna add our tamari. We're adding our agave or maple syrup, and we're gonna add a touch of water. Once again, our quiet blender. Here we go. Perfect. So now we have our beautiful paste, and we're gonna massage our kimchi. And look at how beautiful that looks. We're gonna pour it over. And make sure all the juice gets in there. Put it down, kind of like make a little bit of a covering. Again, it's an anaerobic fermentation, so we don't want any oxygen to come in. We want to make sure that the brine is on top of all the cabbage. And that's your beautiful kimchi. Let's talk about kelp noodles. Delicious alternative for pasta, low carb, low calorie, and it's made out of a seaweed. So it has a lot of iodine. It's definitely different color, so it's extracted from, it's like the gelatinous part of the kelp that actually gives it the color. And we're gonna put it on a clock, so we're adding our warm water first. Adding our baking soda in. You're gonna see the fizziness between the baking soda and the lemon. We're gonna start our mushroom marinade. We're gonna just chop up our mushrooms. These are gonna be part of our kimchi kelp noodles. Add a little bit of lemon and a little bit of tamari. And we're just gonna let them marinate. They're gonna soften up. This is just gonna give it a little bit more texture and meatiness to the dish. So for our sauce, we're gonna use cashews again. You can use different nuts or different seeds. I've done it with sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, macadamia nuts, sunflowers, and cashews for sure. So we're gonna do half a cup of soaked cashews, chili pepper. I'm just gonna chop it roughly. Ginger and garlic. Lemon juice again. We're gonna add a little bit of water. So I'm just taking over here a little bit of our kimchi. So I'm gonna do 1/4 cup at a time. So this is already very creamy. Add 1/4 cup. And we're gonna take a little bit of the brine. Make sure that when you're taking off the kimchi, it's mainly from the bottom. You don't wanna have that whole leaf in there. And we're gonna blend again, high speed. All right, perfect. So this is how our sauce is looking like. So after we rinse our kelp noodles, we're gonna add a little bit of the sauce. I pulled a little bit of our kimchi on the side. We're gonna add that as well, and we're gonna mix it in. I'm gonna add that in, and then now we're gonna add a little bit of our mushrooms. Go ahead and start plating. I'm gonna put some of the leftover mushrooms that don't get incorporated in the bottom. Saucy, creamy, delicious kelp noodles. Now we're decorating with some radishes. I have some pea shoots and sunflower shoots as well. And some of our petals. And voila, here we have our creamy cashew kimchi kelp noodles. And what I love about this dish is that it can make one or any of your guests come back for this dish just because it resembles pasta and the sauce is very creamy, it's delicious. So it's a semi-Alfredo / Romanesco sauce that can obviously have your guests coming back for more. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Chef Nathi Toro, and I hope to see you guys back for our next episode where I'll be showing you how to make delicious raw vegan desserts that you can implement in your menu.